and welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like, and get involved in the comment section down below. And if you are new and you have not watched us before, just hit that subscribe button. It helps us grow massively, and I really appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel. So, one of the most exciting aspects of Aston Villa at the minute is the youth system, the abundance of top quality youngsters we've got coming through the ranks at Aston Villa. It's really exciting and really promising. So what I want to do on this episode and have a little look at where we feel like each individual player is going to be going next season and what sort of level in which they are going to be playing at next season as well. So I'm going to put who I think is going to be going to certain destinations, and I want you guys in the comment section down below to drop each individual player's name on the league in which you feel like they're going to be going into. So we have got a tier system, so you've got to follow my sort of instructions for this one. And yeah, I'll just love all of your interaction and engagement on this episode as well. But I am missing football like mad at the minute. I've been watching England to try and get me through it, but it's just not enough, Gareth. It's just not good enough. So we'll move on to the Aston Villa tier system then. So like I say, get involved. This is just my opinion, so you might disagree with what I'm saying. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. So let's go straight into the tier system then. So here's the categories that we've got. We've got breakthrough season. Now, this is a player in which they're going to have standout moments for Aston Villa in the Premier League, cup competitions, and they're going to sort of announce themselves on the scene as an Aston Villa player. That's the top bracket of this one then. Next, we've got involved in the first team squad. Underneath that, we've got loan to the Championship, loan to League One, and loan to League Two. We're not going lower than League Two because I feel like every person in this tier list at the minute should be playing at League Two level. So yeah, let's get straight on in there. Then first of all, we've got Ruben Shakpoke, came from Norwich. He hasn't gone out on loan yet, but I feel like this is going to be the season where we send him out on loan to have a look at him and develop better, so he's not playing in the under-23s. The level that I feel like he's going to be going to would be League Two. I just feel like anything above League Two at the minute is just going to be a little bit too much of a stretch for him. What I would say about the Championships section that I have got is that I'm going to be wary of putting them in the Championship just because of the game time and the minutes in which they're going to be getting. And just the vibe. I think when we're doing this, we've got to think of how much game time these youngsters are going to be getting, and can they break in and play sort of 15, 20, 25 games a season for these Championship clubs. So that's what I would say about the Championship one. Next up, we've got Reiki. He had a real good season out in non-league, to be fair. He started out at Stockport, he played 5 games, then went to Grimsby, got promoted with Grimsby against Solihull Moors, and he played 7 games for Grimsby. So I feel like Reiki had a really good season, but I think he's ready to go up another level now. I think if you're looking at players like Ramsey that are playing in League One, I do feel like Reiki can make that jump and start playing at that sort of level. So let's go with Reiki. He's going to go League One for me. Next up, really exciting one, Tommy O'Reilly. He's been playing with the first team, training with the first team squad. Gerrard really, really likes him. And it's going to be interesting to see where he does go. But for Tommy O'Reilly, I'm going to put Tommy O'Reilly, I'm going to put him at a League Two club. I'm going to stick Tommy O'Reilly in a League Two club, and I think he's going to get plenty of minutes, and it's going to be really good for him. Right, next up, we've got Josh Feeney. Again, really highly rated in the Villa Academy. He's been doing absolute bits for the Villa Academy as well, and how he's been developing, and he looks a real monster, and he looks really good on the ball as well. He looks like a defender that's playing with a maturity above his age. So it's going to be really good to see what sort of level he can go to, but I'm going to go for League One with Feeney. I think he's ready to make that jump. I think he's ready to make some minutes, and I think he's just ready to go in at that level as well. Now, another really exciting one who hasn't really stepped foot in Bodymore Heath, to be fair. He came in and he went straight out on loan. Azaz, 21 years of age, went to Newport County. He got League Two Young Player of the Season and also Team of the Season. He's made 40 appearances to date. And I think Azaz is a really, really exciting one. And I'm torn about where I'm going to put him here now. So he's basically completed League Two. And like I said earlier about this, I'm reluctant to send certain players here now to the Championship solely for game time. I think when you loan these players out as well, like we saw with Louis Barry, sometimes it just doesn't work out and it just doesn't fit. And that's fine. That's all part of their development. Not every loan deal is going to work out. They're not going to smash it. So I think go with caution for a couple of them, because I just think, is Azaz going to get that amount of game time at a Championship side? And I don't think he is, but he's ready to play top-end League One football. So Azaz, League One for me. Next up, a really exciting one. Apparently the better of the Ramsey brothers is Aaron Ramsey, 19 years of age, made 14 appearances at Cheltenham on loan, getting his first senior goal. So he did really well at Cheltenham in League One. But is he ready to go up a level to the Championship and again get consecutive game time? And what sort of Championship side is he going to be going to? So again, I'm going to say Aaron Ramsey is going to be going out on loan to a League One team again. Next up, we've got Ben Christen. So at the minute, we look quite light at left back. And he has been training in and around the first team as well. And he's really highly sought out of. But I do feel like we are going to be bringing in another left back in this window. So again, I feel like Ben Christen is going to be going out on loan to a League One side. And what I would say about going out on loan as well, I feel like all these players are going to be going out on loan at the very, very end of the window. I think majority of these players will be going on the tour of Australia as well, because Gerald will want to have a good look at every single one of them. So it's going to be really interesting, because for some of them, he's not seen some of these youngsters playing, being as that they've been on loan as well. But I do think they will all pretty much be going out on loan towards the end of the window. An interesting one, I went to the under-18s final, and that season, Brad Young was absolutely brilliant. His finishing was so clinical. And I remember he went out on loan to Carlisle, and it just didn't work out, did it? And he came back. But I think this is going to be an interesting one. And I do think he's going to be going out on loan again to a League One side. We've seen the breakthrough that Cameronarcher's had. And I think this is sort of going to put Brad Young's Villa potential career massively on hold with some of the strikers that we've got coming through the academy as well. So I think Brad Young does need a really, really good loan deal. And we're getting to the business end of this sort of tier breaker now. So we are going to go with Philogene Bidace. Had a real decent loan at Stoke in the Championship. And I guess he's going to be plighted by the fact that we don't play with wingers anymore, but he's really exciting. And he did do really good at Stoke as well, in pretty much an exciting Stoke side. So let's go with Philogene Bidace. He's going to be going to another loan deal, and it's going to be a really exciting club that I feel like he will go to. Caleb Chukwuemeka, he didn't really work out, did it, when he went to Scotland on loan? He didn't really get many minutes, didn't really bag many goals. So I do feel like he might be coming back to England and back on a loan somewhere. And I will say he'll be going out on loan to a League One side. Now, this is where it's starting to get to the business end of this now. Tim Irabunan. Right, here we go. I think Irabunan is going to be with the first team all season. I think he's going to be getting regular minutes, and I think he's going to be coming in and out of the side as and when he's needed. Every time he's played for Aston Villa in the minute, he's done really, really well. I remember away at Leicester, he came on and he looked really good. He made some really good, nice touches. I think he played at home again. Was it against Norwich, where I feel like he didn't do it. He didn't do anything wrong, but I felt like he did make a few mistakes. But then he was able to regroup and get his composure back again. And I liked that characteristic with him as well. His head didn't drop when he was giving the ball away a few times. So Irabunen, for me, he's going to be a really exciting one to keep an eye on this season. I feel like he's only going to get better and better. I think he's going to work wonders working with Boubacar Kamara as well. So I think Tim Irabunen is one of our most exciting youngsters that we've got at the minute. Next up, Louis Barry. I think every Villa fan wants Louis Barry to do well, don't they? But I think it's going to be a while before we start seeing Louis Barry in and amongst the first team. His first loan at Ipswich, 2 appearances, didn't really cut it, did it? I know they made a lot of signings. He's only 18 as well. And then he went out on loan to Swindon in League One, and he did really, really well. 6 goals. So it was a really good move for him. And I think I could see him going back there, to be fair. And it'd be nice to see him make more minutes next season. So Louis Barry, one to keep an eye on. I think he's going to go out on loan to League One. My next one, Kesler Hayden, one of the most exciting youngsters we've got at the minute. A right back, really exciting. He's got dazzling pace, dazzling quick feet, skillful, very, very confident. Reminds me of a very young Kyle Walker. He smashed it in the under-18s. For me, he was the best player for the under-18s in the final. He just looks like he's got that star quality. He looks like when you watch a player play at a very young age, he looks like the real deal, and it's really exciting. And I think for me, I don't want to see us getting another youngster coming in at right back. So for me, Kaine Kesler Hayden is going to be in and amongst the first team all season long. And I just think he's that good, and I think he's ready for it. I think he's absolutely ready for it. He's ready to play, sort of second fiddle to Cash, but I think it's going to be, for his development, absolutely quality. I don't see any gain in Kesler Hayden going out on loan. I think he needs to stay with the first team now and sort of fight for a place, because I value him that good, and I think he's really, really good. Next up, the main man, Cameron Archer. What an international weekend he had last week. All the goals he was getting, the 2 goals he got, I can't talk highly enough of him. I don't think I've ever been this excited and wanted a Villa youngster to do so well. And I think Archer is the real deal. He's absolutely quality. If you watch his finishing, it's clinical. He knows where the back of the net is. It's one touch, bang. He knows where the goal is. His all-round game is absolutely brilliant. And for me, top spot. I do not want to see Cameron Archer go out on loan. I want to see Cameron Archer getting game time this season. I think he can be in the first team come the end of next season. I think he's going to start getting minutes. I think he's going to score goals. I think he's going to get... I'm going to stick my neck on the line here, and I'm going to say Cameron Archer gets 5 Premier League goals next season and cup goals. I think give him minutes and he'll do the job for Aston Villa. He reminds me of a bit of a young Jermaine Defoe and a Michael Owen. I don't know why. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Michael Owen, by the way, at that young age, but that's just the vibes that I've got. He's scoring goals at the under-21s. He was scoring goals for fun last season in the Papa John Trophy. He was scoring goals in the Championship at Preston. I just don't see how another loan deal I just don't see how it works for him in the Championship, because Yeah, will he start games? Yeah, I think he will, but I don't want to ruin his sort of chances of getting minutes with Aston Villa just because he's going to go out on loan. And like I said earlier, you don't know what happens sometimes with these loan deals. You don't know how they're going to do. So for me, I want to see him as our third striker. Yes, we may be bringing in another striker in this window, and then that may change whatever. But for now, for me, Cameron Archer, he's going to tear up that tour of Australia. And he's going to light up Steven Gerrard's eyes. And I just think he's that good. I really, really do. And I think we've got an abundance of talent here. And you're looking at the ages of these players. Kessler, 19. Reiki, 19. Barry, 18. Ramsey, 19. Brad Young, 19. Shaq Poke, 18. They're all young. They're all so young, and they're capable of playing League One, Championship, League Two football. So Villa fans, let me know what you think of my tier maker. Where do you see fit to some of these? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your vibe on Archer? I'd love to hear it. I just thought I'd come on and just give a little bit of a nice little episode on our youngsters because it is really, really exciting at the minute. And I can't wait to see where some of them go and see whether they end up where I've picked. But we will be back, maybe back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if there's some transfer news. But our next main episode, we are going to be going live at 8:30 on Thursday morning to reveal Aston Villa's fixtures for the 22-23 season. So that's going to make it feel like the season's getting up and running, and we're starting to get a bit of momentum. So drop this video a like if you can. Everybody, please drop these videos a like, subscribe to the channel, and get involved in the comment section down below. You smash it every time. Up the Villa.